information on ground appears to be a one-way traffic for the current governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo. He seems to be the candidate to beat, you know. And mind you, Anambra traditionally is a party governed by APGA. APGA appears to be very vast in Anambra. APGA appears to be the party that Anambra people seems to
we saw the way
appreciate.
Charles Soludo, the governor of Anambra, was actually he went to all the whole local governments in Anambra. He also visited almost the whole villages, communities to campaign.
Yes.
He actually showed that he really he have somebody to actually that is actually trying to challenge him.
No, that's not what he shows.
Because if there was no opposition or opponent around this election, possibly he would have gone and sleep.
No, politicians don't make such calculation. In fact, for you to travel around the state, it's an indication that you are quite on ground, you know, because as you travel, there are people that are usually on ground to welcome you. You understand?
Yes.
So that show or that action by Governor Chukwuma Soludo is an indication that he is on ground, and he may just want to use this election once more to prove his popularity within the political terrain.
We actually saw during the last phase of the campaign, we saw people like the Senate president, we saw most of some of the governors of the Southeast, stakeholders of the Southeast, all over the country coming to Anambra State. Does it really have any influence regarding to the
now you mentioned the Senate president. The Senate, what influence does the Senate president have in Anambra State?
Is one of the most influential people in Nigeria.
In
Nigeria political rating.
If we are talking about national politics, then I can listen to you. But here we are talking about local politics played in Anambra. Can the Senate president communicate to Anambra people in language Anambra people will ideally understand?
Okay,
it's not a factor.
So I don't know about APs does not have any chance of
no. The truth about
winning Anambra election.
The truth about it is that if you are going into election in Nigeria and APC is on the ballot, you got to be worried.
But we have actually seen where Charles Soludo have always said that APC and APGA, they are all the same family. And come 2027 at APGA will likely adopt President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for second term. Just like the way they did some time ago during the time of Jonathan,
where they adopted Jonathan PDP as their presidential candidate.
And possibly that will possibly give him a soft landing to get the mind of the president and also get a blessing of the president. Could it be the reason why the president was absent during the what we call the APC final campaign that almost everybody was present?
No, I think Mr. President is aged. And such an old man is not somebody you will expect to attend every political function. So provided the vice is there, the vice appear a little more younger. So provided the vice is there, the vice will usually represent the interests of the president. Mr. President cannot be traveling from state to
so
state.
The major thing, does the APs have a chance of winning?
Now, I was about to explain that provided the APC is on the ballot, you have to express some level of worry. The truth is that nobody had believed in 2020 or thereabouts. I think it's in 2020 when Hope Uzodimma became a governor in Imo State. Nobody had actually given APC a chance. You know, people felt it's going to be a one-way traffic. You know, the PDP candidate is going to take the day. But be that as it may, the PDP candidate won the election on the day of the election. But after some months, PDP lost to the APC through the court. So Nigeria election could be likened to football, where if you score a goal, you don't celebrate yet until VAR decide. So
until the Supreme Court
judgment. Now that Chukwuma Soludo, he knows that he's on ground. He knows that larger chunk of Anambra people will most likely cast their vote for APGA. But then he cannot beat his chest and say he has completely won the election until, because we know that at the end of the day, it is going to amount to subject, it will become something that will be tested in our courts. You understand? So until we get to the Supreme Court and Supreme Court makes final decision on the election, nobody should celebrate.
Okay, let's talk about the influence of Peter. Peter happens to be the former governor of Anambra State.
Yes.
He happens to be one of the most influential politicians in the whole of South.
Yes.
The question is, does Peter have an influence regarding to Anambra State governorship race?
Yes. The truth about it is that nobody can deny the fact that Mr. Peter Obi does not have influence.
Does not or have?
He has influence.
Okay.
He has huge influence in the politics of Nigeria. But all of us know that lately he seems to have shifted his attention to national politics. You understand? The last election that happened, some fringe election that happened some few months ago, you notice that Peter Obi supported the candidate of ADC. You understand? Even while supporting the candidate of ADC, APGA won the entire state. You understand?
The senatorial election.
Yes, the senatorial election, senatorial and by-election that happened a few months ago. That does not mean that he doesn't have influence. He does, but only that his concentration is more in national politics than the local politics played in Anambra. So that, as a matter of fact, gives the governor opportunity to be on ground, you understand, and work to ensure that he easily gets.
So what I'm trying to say in a sense is that Peter Obi's influence
is on the national
level,
yes,
but not on the local level.
Yes, as it is now.
And that could be the reason why, since he left APGA,
yes,
he have always campaigned and for PDP last time.
Yes.
During that time when was the PDP for governorship, and he campaigned for. See, he had anything has to do with Anambra policies.
Yes.
He have not been able to win any other thing after he left office.
Yes, that's because his focus is more in national politics. But let Peter be on the ballot for president. If he's on ballot for president, you won't be the one telling Anambra people to vote for him. That's how it is.
So you mean that Charles Soludo, the governor of Anambra State, for promising the president of 2027 support him, and Anambra people support him. It means that come 2027, he will not also determine or influence Anambra.
Even himself, he knows.
He knows that.
He knows because in the last election, Professor Chukwuma Soludo was playing the devil's advocate. He was more or less rubbishing Peter Obi's legacy in Anambra State. Some of the investments Mr. Peter Obi made, he claimed that those investments as are today worth nothing. You understand? So to that end, that Peter Obi did not make any substantial investment in Anambra State. All those statements were aimed at discrediting Peter Obi and trying to empower some of his political opponents in that general election. At the end of the day, Peter Obi won Anambra massively, even with the influence of the governor. You understand? Both of us know that the governor was never in the same camp with Mr. Peter Obi in the last election. But yet, Peter Obi won Anambra massively. He won Anambra massively. So even himself promising the president of his support in the next general election, he knows that if Peter Obi is on the ballot, I said you will not be the one to tell Anambra.
So on a lighter note, what I'm trying to say in essence is that if possibly in the next 4 years from now or 5 years from now, if Soludo completes his 8 years in office, possibly if he wins, and for any reason, if there was to be a presidential race where Charles Soludo was to contest against Peter Obi, maybe on the presidential level, that Charles Soludo may not actually have an influence in Anambra too.
The moment Charles Soludo completes his second tenure, he's about going into his the moment he completes his second tenure, I do not think that influence is gone. What he's enjoying today is as a result of being the governor. You cannot be the governor.
And under APGA.
Yes, you cannot be an APGA governor.
On different occasions and actually
you cannot be a governor of Anambra State. And your political party is APGA. You cannot have such level of influence. Of course, you have such level of influence.
I think this is what we can talk about today. And don't forget that tomorrow is Anambra State governorship election. If you're in Anambra State, try and do what, cast your vote. And we'll give you a live report on what is happening in Anambra State regarding to the election. And don't forget to share this video. Copy the link of this video and send someone. My name is Moghalu, and I'm also in the studio with.
All the knockouts in the
Share this video now. Thank you.